Hello, busy bees. I'm your busy bee budget buddy. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be doing a cash stuffing video. Before we get started, I wanted to take a moment to say that this is my own experience that I'm sharing with you and is not meant as advice of any professional sort. You are more than welcome to follow along on my cash stuffing journey. My goal is to inspire you to take control of your finances, however that looks for your situation. Let's get to the video. So for today's cash stuffing, it's going to look a little bit different. There's some categories I don't typically stuff on camera that I will be stuffing partials of today. So I have pulled a total of 846 from my paycheck, and that's going to be stuffed into the different categories. So let's go ahead and go over the denominations and how I pick them. So what I typically do is I will pick the smallest amount of bills for each section. For example, with emergency and debt, they both get the same. I do $37.50. So that's going to be $120, a 10, a 5, 2 ones, and 2 quarters. I like it like this so that way it can kind of stay as small, like as thin as possible for as long as possible, because like if you've seen any of my other ones, you know that my rose gold one is getting kind of thick. I did start to add this one in. It's not completely done, this new blue one. But I do think I'm probably going to get actually a 5th binder, which still sounds super crazy, but we're going to start with this. We'll go from there. Sometimes it takes time to build up your binders, and sometimes I think I bought 2 at once with the green and the rose gold, and then I realized I really needed more space, so you can end up getting a lot of supplies really quickly, especially if you're actually cash stuffing for it. I'm not, but I probably should be. So anyway, let's keep going. We did the denominations. So the envelope categories are going to be in the green binder. We have coffee, dining out, groceries, payment, and rent. And I will actually be stuffing all of those on camera. I normally don't do groceries, payment, and rent. And these are not the full amounts that I will be stuffing when we do get to that. In the animal print binder, this one's actually going to be a little bit different than normal. It's going to only be getting stuffed for Christmas, gym, seasonal activities, and yard. In the rose gold binder, this one also is going to be a little bit different, at least for the amounts. I do think I have normal envelopes I do typically stuff on this paycheck, but I can't remember exactly what they are. But for this one specifically, we're going to be doing car, clothing, debt, emergency, gifts, health, kids, and vacation. And I did forget to mention in my last one, the reason I wasn't pulling my dining out budget is that vacation. I did let you guys know, like, I am going to be going on vacation, which is why the last time the vacation envelope got so much. And yeah, I'm really excited about it, but I figured it might be nice to just leave the dining out budget in there as well as the coffee one. Whatever I don't use between now and when we go, I can use for like a little splurge here and there. We're still going to be doing mostly like healthier stuff. We do have a toddler. We don't want him eating a bunch of stuff. It starts to, if you have a toddler, you know, or kids in general, like you've probably had this experience, but they do start to, different foods will affect their stomach sometimes. And he isn't too bad other than like, you know, bowel movements. So we're not going to go into that, but the point is, like, I don't want to make him irregular or uncomfortable. So we're going to keep it mostly the same and kind of healthier stuff. We'll probably pack a lot of fruit, maybe some lunch meat, stuff like that. But we do still want to splurge. So we're actually going to be passing through somewhere that I grew up. And I'm really excited about that because they have a restaurant over there in like that side of the state that they don't have on this side, and I love it. I am in Washington State, for those of you who don't know. And I grew up in Spokane, and on that side, they have a restaurant called Zips, and it is so good. I craved it when I was pregnant with both of my boys, and seriously, it's so good. I love their fry sauce, and I have been so excited about the fact that we're going to pass through on our way to go to vacation. Anyway, that's my fun little tangent and things that I'm excited for. And this new binder, I haven't added it into some of my notes and stuff yet, but this is going to be a consistency reward binder. At least that's what I'm going to start it as. There may be other stuff that goes in here with it, but at least my biggest intention for this binder is going to be a consistency reward. I do little health challenges throughout the year, and they're about a month long, but it's so that way you can kind of build up and keep those healthier habits like throughout your life, but you start small so that way it's only a month and then you keep it going after that month as best as you can. And I am going to be stuffing $1 into like for each day that I meet that day's or that month's goal. So for example, July is going to be more steps. So if I hit 10,000 steps for each day, like each day that I hit those 10,000 steps, I'm going to give myself, like, I'm going to pull $1 for that and put that into that envelope. And I think that may end up, I'm not sure what I'm going to use that for actually, but I think I might use it for like maybe workout clothes or shoes, or maybe even something fun like a game. I'm not fully sure yet. So yeah, just, stay tuned for that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, the amounts. So this is the extra for some other stuff, which is why this will have a 10 a little bit out of order with these ones. Sorry about these really messy bills. Yeah, let's get into this. So in our green binder, we are doing $20 into coffee. And we're going to start with the tracker so I don't forget, because I remember that being a problem. And I'm going to leave a space because I know that I bought more coffee and I can't remember the total, but I have a note in my phone, but I use my phone for recording, so I can't really look right now. So we'll start with leaving a space. Today is currently the 8th. When I pulled my cash, it was actually on the 5th. So some like the July one, when we get to that, you'll only see like a few dollars going into that. But I have actually met that goal for more days than I have pulled for. So we are depositing $20. The nice thing is too, I actually I use pretty much the same coffee stand almost every time I get coffee. And because of that, I try to save up my punch cards. So that way, if it's like a special trip, like when we go on vacation, I'm probably going to get coffee on the way. And then I don't have to pay extra for coffee. And then when we leave to come back, since I won't be in a state I'm as familiar with, I will be able to use the dollars for there, and I can use the punch card for coffee on the way. Okay. Oh, I missed one. We have a total of 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. So we have $24.25 in here currently, which I could do the math and figure out what my last transaction was that way, but I already have an end note and I don't want to do the math. I don't want to do it. We already have too much going on. We'll put that back. Move on to the next one. Dining out is going to get $30. 07. Oh, did I? I don't remember. Anyway, okay. 8 deposit 30. So that currently should put us at 3184, or not 31, but 8184, which is a lot to have. But since we're going to be going out of state, I figured it might be nice to have a little bit extra in there. That way we can all just enjoy something nice, like on our little road trip. Alrighty, let's just confirm that should be 81. So we have 20. Oh, we have a lot over here. Let's. Goodness gracious. I feel like it's really difficult when it gets hot out for me to do things. And my desk is in the garage and it gets insanely hot out here. The temperature outside is 83, and the temperature in the garage at last look was 91 degrees. And today isn't even supposed to be the hottest day. We're supposed to be getting into the 90s. And this is also why I was hoping to actually get to recording this video earlier, because my hope was that on the 5th, when I got it, when I pulled everything out, I was going to be able to get to it on the 6th really early in the morning. And that just didn't work out. We had such a busy weekend. I even had an extra day off that I wasn't expecting, not including the holiday. So I ended up with 4 days off, and it was just so crazy and chaotic, and it was great, but it was just so jam-packed that I was exhausted and I did not get nearly as much as I expected to done. So here we are in the really hot garage together doing this cash stuffing, because I want to make sure you guys have content from me while I'm gone. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 81, 81, 25, 70, or 50, 75, 81, 82, 83, 84. I got mixed up for a second, and I really thought that it was supposed to be 81 cents. And so I was like, why are there so many extra pennies? I don't do heat. He is not my friend. All right. So in groceries, we are going to be adding $50. Normally I do this one off camera. However, today I just want to get it done. And this isn't even close to the amount that we spend. This is just the amount that I am stuffing. So this should put us at $100. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So we're actually going to just scribble this whole line because it was so bad that I didn't have any more space. We are going to deposit $50. That should bring us to a total of $104.13. And I am curious. I know people watch from different areas, and I would really love to know if you have a local favorite restaurant. Like, what are you really looking forward to? Like, what's your favorite go-to, like, local restaurant that maybe not everybody gets to go to or not everyone knows about? Like, just leave a comment. I'm so curious. 50, 1, 2, or 50, 100, 101, 2, 3, 4. And we have 1 dime and 3 pennies. So that puts us at 104.13. Payment is going to get a deposit of $250, and this is like, it's not growing necessarily. It's just immediately paid usually. I just haven't gone down to do that yet. So add 250 puts us at a total of 250. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that tomorrow. So 1, 2, $1.50. I am so warm. I think between binders, I'm going to take a sip of my water because it is so hot and I just need to stay hydrated. Okay, so for rent, I'm going to be adding $50. Again, this is not even close to the whole amount. But since we're doing it on camera today, we're going to be adding that in here. Puts us at a total of $50 in this rent envelope. And that is it for the green binder. And I will be taking a sip of my ice water because it is so hot. So warm. I'll get this out. We'll get that ready. Sorry about that bonk. Hopefully that wasn't as loud as it sounded over here. Okay, so Christmas. I think for me, it's a really big tie between Christmas and the seasonal activities tracker for which one is my favorite because I love them both so much. And I think it's because I know what I'm going to be doing with these, relatively speaking. And just knowing that I'm going to the pumpkin patch, knowing that I'm going to be able to do something really cool for Christmas, like for the kiddos, and it makes me excited. So it makes me like, I love the artwork on the little tracker anyway. And I'll show you the seasonal activity ones if I remember. But like, I made this. And so it was just really cool to have it look so cute and be something so fun and exciting. I'm hoping to, if there's anything left over in seasonal activities, I think I will be using that maybe for like matching Christmas outfits or something for like Christmas photos. We actually are really terrible and haven't done any Christmas photos with our kid. Like we take photos of him all the time. We just haven't gone to go and get any like nice pictures with Santa or anything. Anyway, so this should have a total of 70. Let's confirm. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. That's good. We like that that's on track. Oh my goodness, it is so hot. Does it get hot where you are? Anyone who's watching this, like, curious? Not that I want you to be warm too, but also, like, am I alone? I imagine I'm not alone. There's plenty of people that live in this area. Jim is going to be getting 10. Oh, I don't know if you heard him, but that was my little one making noises. He was so funny the other night. He's learning to say certain words, and he was trying so hard to get me to let him leave his like semi truck thing toy he has, but it makes like a really loud noise, and he wanted to leave it in the bed with him for bedtime, and I'm like, you are not going to sleep with this. And he's just looking at me like, please, and I'm like, oh baby, I hate telling you no when you say please so nicely, because again, if you're a toddler parent or you're around kids, I'm sure you know they don't say please often. Okay, so 10, 20, 35, which is where we should be. Oh, it was so sweet. And he actually does say please really often. Like the newer a word is for him, the more he wants to say it, which is great. But he was like really wanting to bring this loud truck to bed, and I'm like, I am so very sorry, my sweet boy. I think that this tracker is wrong. It is wrong. Let's update that. Yeah, we have 2 5s in here. I only had 5 as the balance. Whoops. Let's fix that really quick. I think I must have stuffed that on the 20th. So I will put that there. I know it wasn't exactly on the 20th or at least I don't think it usually isn't. Probably the 23rd is when I did it, but that's okay. I'm just putting the 20th because that makes it easier for my brain. Because on this, it doesn't really matter too much about the date of when this is done, as long as the tracker is correct. We are not doing pets this time, although it normally gets 5. So seasonal activities, that is going to be getting 5. Really, just 5? Okay. I think that's what I normally do, actually. That makes sense. Deposit $5 puts us at 45. Let's confirm. Oh my goodness. Stick. Yeah, so this is the other one I'm torn between. Like, this is one of my super favorite ones too. I also love coloring in this one. I started the other one with a pen and I don't like it on the texture of my desk, but the marker doesn't bug me like the pen does. All right, so this should be a total of 45. Let's just confirm. 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Good. I like when it's correct. Then we are going to move on because we aren't doing shopping this time, but we are doing yard. We will be adding our normal 100. Although I may be taking some out because we had a like a blow up pool, like just a smaller kind of kid one. And that's 223.43. And I needed to replace it this weekend. So I got actually a couple of kiddie pools. One that's a little bit bigger for like the bigger kids and one that is smaller for the smaller kids. So I might actually take a little bit out of this, but I really want to get that storage bin thing we're going to use. It's called a deck box. It's at Costco, and we're going to be using that for like an outdoor toy bin. So this should be 223.43. So we have 1, 2, 20, 1, 2, 3, 25, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Things are on track. It's one of those things that like you know how to do the math for like simple stuff like this, but you also want to confirm it because you like to know the correct amount of money in your wallets and your envelopes, because if it's wrong, it can get like super messed up super fast. And so like I know it sounds silly, but I do always tend to look. All right, rose gold binder. This is why I needed another binder, and I don't have anything else in this one besides the months. So I do think I'm probably going to get another one because I also need more of the envelopes anyway, because this only has, I think, 6 is what it came with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's going to need the other 6 months, but I started with the first ones we're going to be getting into. So like July is going to be first, but you'll see that. So car this time is actually getting more than its normal 15 because we're going on that road trip and I'm actually going to be doing a oil change before I go. And that will make me feel a little bit better. Having enough for that with extra. Don't worry, my oil change is not $100, thank goodness. So we are adding a total of $40, which will put us at $100. Oh, that's weird. That's not right. Something's wrong. Did I put... No, because kids is in this one. What the heck? There should be another 100. That's super weird. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's because the 100 doesn't go in here. There's a total of 100. 40 is going in. I was like, what? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's too hot out here for me. All right, let's confirm that this is $100. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1. Okay. That makes me feel better. I was real concerned for a minute. Oh, goodness. Okay, so is clothing getting anything? Yes, clothing is going to be getting 5. 0, 7, 0, 8. Deposit 5. We should have a total of 15. I think I'm gonna have to, maybe at the end of summer, I think, condense some of this, like pull it out. I'll show you what I'll be like taking back and then pulling the correct amounts back out, but with like the smaller denomination, so that it's not so crazy. But I feel really awkward about the idea of like taking out money to give to a teller to then take money out of my account to give to, like, to put back in the thing. So I think what I'll do is when I do it, I'll deposit it through like an ATM. So I feel a little less weird about it. Like, I shouldn't feel weird. Like, this is their job, but I feel weird. Okay, so there should be 15 in here. So we have 5, 10, 15. Clothing is good. Next will be debt. These ones are really filling up pretty quick, and I am so excited about that. Because I want to pay off all the debt that I have, and it'll feel really nice when that is done. And I have multiple debts that I am paying on. So I've started like my trackers like with the smallest ones. So it'll be a little bit easier. So this should put me at, I think, 188.50. I want to make sure. 151 plus 37.50. 188.50. That was correct. 88.50. I saw this video where it was this lady who was like trying to talk about like people writing their sevens differently in like middle school, like whether it was like the just straight across, like across and then down, or the across, down, and then a slash in the middle. And the way she wrote the regular 7, she started from the bottom and went up and then over. And all I could do was laugh is because there were comments about her strange, like, starting from the bottom. And all I could do is laugh because I write my 5s from the bottom. Like, I start down here and go up. Like, that's how I've always done it. Okay, so we have 37.50. So 20, 35, 36, 37, 50 coming in. So that should put us at 188.50. Try and get this all together in the right sections, and we will do it this way. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 50. I need to get rid of these quarters. I think in the next couple videos, I will be bumping this amount up that I stuff in here because I am actually finding that I am quickly growing tired of these quarters. I did it to myself. When I started, my goal was to have like 75 a month going into debt and into emergency. Education is getting nothing. And because of that, splitting it into like fours, because I think I did it as like 150, and then I split that in half between both envelopes, both envelopes, and then I had to split that again, so that came out to like having to do change, and that was not the best move. So we are doing $37.50 in emergency, 6, and then this thing, which is so cool, and I'm so glad to actually be pulling out of it. So we will have $37.50 going into this. Is that everybody? Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna work on the tracker really quick first. 0708 deposit. $37.50. So that should be $188.50. Normally these aren't going to be as long because I typically have already taken my notes and I have like set up a little bit better. But with the chaotic weekend, I did not get the chance to do that, which is okay. I'm still getting this done. It's just I feel like these videos are turning into a little bit longer than I meant for them to. So let's count to make sure. 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, or wait, hang on. 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 50. And I did actually look, I was just thinking about this and I didn't want to forget to tell you. So I was looking, and I do count things backwards than some people. A lot of people go, they go this way. That's really hard for me to do. Like they count like left to right handed, and I go right to left handed. Like it's the same motion, but I can't do it the other way. I can. It's really slow. So if you want me to make this video extra long and count it from left to right instead. No, I won't do that. That's, I just was like, and again, it's not a big deal. People like, do things in different ways, like the 7s and the writing and my 5s. But it was just funny because I was like, wow, I swear everybody does theirs a little different than I do. And I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, this has to, like, they have to be doing it the other way. Okay, so we are moving on to gifts envelope. That is getting 10. That should put us at a total of 40, which is great because I have a few birthdays I need to be shopping for. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, I am so warm in here. I'm going to be whining about that throughout this video. That's honestly probably what's taking me so long, is that I am so insanely hot here. Okay, so the next envelope is not going to be hair. Look how thick this is. Do you see this? Like, I can barely fit these in these rings. All right, so currently it has 43 cents in it because I took out to pay for Headspace, because I will consider that part of my personal health. For those who don't know, I meditate very nearly every day, and I use the Headspace app. I am not in any way, shape, or form sponsored by them. I just have genuinely found so much success with their app. And if you aren't sure about it, my suggestion is to just try out, like, you can download it for free. And if you find yourself using it pretty frequently, it's worth trying, because it's not even $80 a year. Like, I'm putting $3 back and we had 43 cents left over. So it's really worth it for me. So adding $40 plus the $3 left over with the 43 cents that was already left in there should put us at a total of $43.43. So let's get that out. We have 25, 35, 40, and 3. So I'm just going to put that back in. We'll get 20, 40, and then the extra will be 3. Oh, excuse me. I blame the heat for that too. I don't like the heat. I'm really missing the cold weather right now. All right, so that was correct. We are going to move on. Oh goodness. Okay. It's so full. Okay, so kids is going to get a little more than normal. He actually got, my little one, he actually got extra money from his great grandma for his birthday, and we are going to be starting him a savings account. But we haven't set that up yet. So we're gonna have to figure that out at some point. So we are adding 105. We already have 19. That should put us at 124, but let's go ahead and double check. 05 plus 19 equals 124. I like that. 105. That's the other thing, is like, it's not always you putting into the envelopes. If it's something like a birthday you have or something and someone gives you money, you could always use that and not just your paycheck. So we have 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I like that without the 100, there's still $24, because then when little man's hair gets long, we can do a trim, because it'll start bugging him in his ears and stuff, and he starts like getting frustrated with it. Like, I don't think he fully realizes that it's his hair doing it, like that, like there's different styles and stuff. Like, he's not exactly like fashion savvy or anything particularly. He's, he's 2. He's not into that yet. But he does wait a minute. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, utilities, that's right. So there was actually leftover money from the phone bill, and I pulled that out. So we are going to be adding the 13 leftover back in. Anyway, so there's enough money in the kid's envelope to get him another haircut when it's time, especially because while it's hot, we had his hair a lot shorter, and that was kind of our goal, was to make sure that we had his hair ready, or his money ready for him money ready for him to go and get a haircut. I'm doing too many things at once. That's the problem. Okay, so there should be $13.14 going, or 14 cents total. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I am back. I am hoping that I'll be able to edit these together. That'll be a new sort of thing for me. However, just in case, if it doesn't go well, what I'm going to end up doing is just redoing my trackers at some point and just starting over. But hopefully I won't need to do that. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to edit a video for the first time. So that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully. All right. So in case my phone gets too hot again, we're going to try and zoom through these last 2 minutes. For our vacation envelope, I am going to be adding in $40. It normally gets 10 if I stuff it at all. I was so excited to hear that we're going to go on vacation, and also so very nervous because that's a long drive, but that's okay. I know we need a vacation, and this will be my little one's first family trip, so that's pretty exciting. I am trying to do this kind of fast because I'm really worried that my phone is going to get hot again and shut off, and I don't want to have to edit 3 videos together. I'd like to learn how to do just 1 and 2 and not all of them. So let's confirm. There should be a total of 380. We have 1, 2, 320, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That's great news. That's on track. And then we only have the blue binder left, which we don't have a lot going into that one. That is going to be the new binder. I'm actually going to try and get this closed up really quick before we switch. There's that binder. The thick boy. Sorry. All right, into July, we are starting our balance at 0. I have met the goal technically over 3 days, but when I pulled, I had met it 3 out of the 4 days. I was still on day 5 when that was pulled, so I am not upset about the fact that I am adding only $3 to this. But that is the amount we are adding, is $3 even, which will put us at a total of $3. I have 1, 2, 3. With our cute little consistency reward, that is going to be the new tracker. So this month's consistency reward is for 10,000 steps per day. I am hitting or exceeding that so far most days. Like, I think I've only missed 1 so far. I might not make it today, and I'm not even upset really about missing the one that I have, because that was a day where it took me literally 3 hours and 15 minutes to get home from work, and my commute is never that long. So I am not upset about that. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to edit these together. This is kind of a longer video. We did do more envelopes. We've added more binders. So any of the categories I'm not stuffing today, I'll likely stuff in the next paycheck or a different video. Other than that, I now have a total of $846 from my paycheck into different categories. I'll hopefully be making some trackers here soon and kind of condensing things. I'll keep you posted on that. You'll know when that video goes up. So that's all for this cash stuffing video. If you liked it and you want to follow along, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. If there's someone you know that you think would also get value out of watching this content, please feel free to share it with them. I'm very happy doing this. I really enjoy doing it, whether it's one person watching or several. So I'm excited to share this experience with you. Have a great day. Good luck on your own cash stuffing and budgeting journeys. I am the Busy Bee Budget Buddy, and I will see you next time. And hopefully I will get this video edited and put together. Okay. Bye, everybody.